Happy Recalibration Wednesday. Today I want to speak to hormetic stressors as well as a few other things to just communicate on that I feel will be very important for you during the holiday season and during the next few weeks. I may or may not do another video before I go off the grid. Every year I go off the grid with my brother and his family, and we spend from Boxing Day till New Year's there. It's about 40 kilometers up, snowmobiling and into some cabins, and we just sink in. So I wanted to speak to the hormetic stressors. It's something that I continually think about, but sometimes I don't always communicate to it on here. Essentially different things, and it's important to think about this time of the year because temperature extremes can be quite different between home and outdoors and the rink or the gym, wherever you are. So there's this shifting in temperatures that can challenge the body, and depending on how long you choose to stay out in it, where you literally challenge yourself physically, will depend on if your body starts to adapt and starts to release hormones in order to increase the vitality within you, the human growth hormone within you, the testosterone within you. So you may or may not really think about this, but essentially when you do hot or cold therapy and you're staying in it to a point that it's not that you feel mentally stressed by it, you're starting to feel the reality that your body is kind of struggling to either cool itself down or keep itself warm if you're in cold. So essentially, when you're doing cold therapy, everyone is very different, but most people mentally don't like the first about a minute and a half because of the extreme difference in temperature and also the mind that says, I don't like this. But really, in those moments, the body isn't really being stressed too much unless you literally feel, like a pain or something that feels very physical for you. But essentially, you want to stay in the water for at least 2 minutes till about 5 minutes, or sometimes you can challenge yourself within cold water. I don't really speak to degrees on here. But essentially it's cold enough that your body is finding a way to redirect the blood flow, either bringing the blood from the extremities back to the heart, to the organs, or out to the extremities. So different things will happen at different times. So initially when you go into the water, it takes about 10 breaths or about a minute and a half for the skin to reach the temperature of the water. From there, you can then really settle in with the mind and really calm yourself down. Inside the sac of skin, so underneath the skin that's now the temperature of the water, our body resides about 36 degrees. So when we've stayed in the water long enough that the temperature of our inner core temperature starts to decrease, the body intelligently starts to secrete hormones in order to increase your vitality, essentially to save your life. And this is very beautiful, and it's such a great resource to use when you're in cold water in order to essentially initiate this recovery and regeneration cycle where your body starts to really produce these hormones to keep the energy high in order to start to warm up the internal temperature. And then eventually it might not be able to do that anymore. So you want to do these hormetic stressors because they will help give you vitality, they will help you repair, regenerate, and rebuild. And whether it's cold or hot, it's about the same, right? When you're in hot, the skin will slowly reach the temperature of the air sooner than the inside of the body. And then slowly, as your core temperature starts to rise, the body starts to sweat and it's now releasing hormones in order to support you. So we want to do this, and the same with your activities. If you're doing sprints, lifting heavy weight, whatever you're doing that really taxes you physically, not to the point where your body can't keep up to the demands, but to the point that your body says, ooh, I need to secrete this hormone. Like, it gets your glandular system going. And it's very important for you to always remember the intelligence of your physiology, especially in moments where you're not feeling well, in moments where you actually have pain in your body. The body has this intelligence within it to do what it needs, and we need to use our mind sometimes in order to be intelligent in how to collaborate with it, how to create an environment for it to heal. Okay, so I wanted to speak to that, and if you're not an athlete, and if you don't need these fancy devices like for cold therapy. You could literally also just go outside in your shorts and shoes, like protect your feet, and just challenge yourself physically in a way that you're just letting the cold air touch your skin and witnessing your body's response to it, staying out long enough, and teaching yourself that it's okay to calm yourself in the mind and just witness what the physiology is doing, and witness when the body says no, when the body says no more. Because a lot of the time it's our mind that's saying no more, but really our body craves these different stresses because it knows it needs that to increase bone density, increase muscle mass, increase vitality, okay? So tuning into that and allowing yourself to challenge yourself in the cold elements. When I go up off the grid, not when my family's around, but when I stay up there by myself, I will regularly walk around in bare feet and with the least amount or no clothes on to just witness my physiology. And I stay calm in the mind because I know all in a moment I can choose to get into the warmth. I can choose to put shoes on. I can choose to put layers on. So just challenge yourself and use this as a tool to also get the mind out of the mind and get it into the body, witnessing its intelligence, that primal intelligence. And the last thing that I would share is the most simplest way to speak about breath work when you're navigating life is the slower you breathe and the longer it takes for you to breathe in and out, the more calm you will be in the mind and in the body and aware. So, and then the quicker you breathe, the more energy you'll get because you're bringing in more oxygen and out. So the quicker you breathe in and out, you gain this energy. When you breathe quick like this, you start to create what might feel like more of an anxious energy. So just really tune into your breath over the holidays. How you breathe is how you be in the world. Your breath is your way. So if you're in different circumstances where you're around a lot of different people, maybe you're tired, whatever is coming up for you, if you're feeling stressed or you're feeling low on energy and you want to have more energy, you would then choose to breathe deeper and really focus on the inhale. That's your oxygen, your energy. Get the air out. And if what you need is to just calm down and be present, to just be within that space, just really focusing on lengthening the inhale, the exhale, and relaxing the jaw, the hands, the feet. So always coming into how I breathe is how I feel, and then playing around with it. When you have a moment, just take in a few quick breaths. How do I feel? Take in a few slow breaths. How do I feel? Breathe in, pause. How do I feel? Exhale, pause. How do I feel? And just really tune into that and use your breath to really support you in creating the experience and becoming the alchemist of your body and the alchemist of your mind, your soul, your spirit. So really coming into that deeper connection and awareness as you head into 2024. And I've had such a beautiful year. I've loved doing these videos. It's really helped keep me accountable and come up with new ideas, different ways to communicate. So I appreciate you, I value you, and really, really, really show up for yourself these holidays, but also really show up for the ones around you. Are you looking at them? Are you hearing them? Are you asking questions? Are you really communicating and engaging with your community? So bring more fulfillment with your life and also purpose with your life with that. And especially on days that are hard, if you can show up for another, maybe that's the energy you needed for that day. And always hold space for yourself with your breath. Okay, take care. Happy 2023. Congratulations. You made it. I trust you had many memories and lots of beauty within it, the ups and downs, the round and round. And I trust that 2024 will be full of more self-discovery, more awareness, and more tools to empower you to really be the one that creates your life, a life that you love and that adds to the world around you and within you. Okay, take care. Bye.